guys that have been around a long time, I've told them I've never lost a game because of a building. It's usually because that other team was really good. And I've probably never coached a team that a guy can say he has 7 starters returning, because they had one kid that played the first 10, started and lost, got hurt, and then another one late that started games when someone else got hurt. But I think it's going to be the team that we're going to be concerned about. And, some ways the pageantry, the excitement of college basketball is not there. There's no question about that. But the toughest thing is trying to get your guys ready to play the other team. And I do believe that somebody said this morning, because I don't watch it, I was ranked number 3 in the country. Watching them on tape and looking at their stats, this may be as difficult a job as we've ever had on the road, regardless of who it is and where it is. He's really good. That's the first thought. He's a guy that just got better and better and better every year. I think he's grown some since he got at the college level. But, the other day in the game, he was 14 or 15 or something crazy like that. So it's be a load for us to be able to, our young big guys, to try to guard a big guy who is really skilled, who's very well experienced in playing and doing those kind of things. But Fran does a great job with his team, and they've got a lot of weapons, but there's no question that Garza, you've got to try to cut down his percentage first. That's your job, is to try to cut down his percentage first. And if you do that helps you. But I just pulled up their stat sheet. They have 2 guys shooting over 70% from the floor. And so those are things that you've got to try to see if you can cut that percentage down. But he is the real deal. And right now I think he's playing and expected to be one of the best players in the country, if not the best player in the country. We'll try to get out on the shooters. I'm looking down again. They're like 39% from three-point line, but you do have to try to guard those other guys first, because one of them's 76 and the other one was 73 from the floor. Joe has been there a while. Joe does a great job. He's very selective. He's shooting 50% from the three-point line. C.J. Frederick shooting 50% from three-point line. They shoot a lot. Let's see if it says what they average here. They make 10 of them per game. And so we do have to get out there and guard those guys. But it's some of our really good teams have been very difficult for other teams to guard, because we had inside play and guys who could make three-point shots. And Brendan, that's what Iowa has. We got to be able to guard them at both spots.
Time of the day. Looking at Iowa's schedule so far, they've played North Carolina Central and Southern and Western Illinois, all ranked in the 200s in KenPom. I'm curious what you see on tape from them translates. Does that kind of lower some of the numbers you might expect from them as you guys prepare to play them?
It doesn't lower any of my expectations, because, again, I'll go back. They have 7 guys that started for them last year, and they were successful last year. I've looked at those stats much more, their season-ending stats, much more than I have their stats in the last 3 games. They're a really good basketball team. I don't care who they're playing. They could play, there's more than 5 guys and girls on this screen I'm looking at. They could play 5 of you guys, and I'd still be worried about them, because it's who they are. They're really freaking good.
Me and Joe, we've actually been competing since my freshman year in high school, because we played in the same Catholic league. So it's always been like a competitive nature, but it's always, love off the court. It's kind of like a supportive, brother relationship we have. But obviously, when we get on the court, it's all about competition and whatnot. But we haven't, discussed anything about the game or anything. I think we're both just focused on each other's teams and, coming out with a win.
Gotcha.